Welcome in. This is the Premier Mindset by Premier Performance LLC. I'm your host, Trent Mahler, LCSW, and this is episode 15. There's a bunch of information in the show notes. Any information you're looking for, I would check there first. The second place I check would be the social media accounts because I like to post things there as well, especially if you're looking for visuals. I will continue to update these things, and if you guys are looking for certain research articles, those will be the two places to put it. So check those places out, and if you can't find what you're looking for, let me know, and I will either point you to it or make sure it's available to you. There are videos of the episodes on YouTube, Spotify, and I will also share clips on the social media accounts, so feel free to check all those out. The social media accounts will be more bite-sized clips so you guys get little pieces and you can keep building on what you're doing and get little reminders through your day, while the longer episodes are sitting there for you whenever you're ready to enjoy them, if you'd like to enjoy them. We also have all the audio on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts, so if you do want to check those out and just listen to it, that's always fine, and some of you may already be doing that. If you'd like it somewhere else, just let me know. I'll put it up there as well. I want to put it everywhere you guys need it. I want it accessible. Just let me know if it's missing somewhere. And if you could leave us a review, that's always super helpful. If you're getting something from it, I think that would be awesome. Like us, follow us, favorite us, subscribe to us. Make sure to get this content as it comes out. Get the notifications for it as it's dropping. I try and put things out every Sunday with these episodes, and then I put clips out throughout the week just to keep the momentum going, and we'll just keep on building on top of all this. If you feel anyone could get help from any of this, or you see anyone struggling with anything that we're talking about, and it kind of connects back in your life, feel free to either point them to an episode or maybe a clip that I've put up there, which is also why I do it, so you can kind of share little bite-sized pieces and hopefully give people what they need to get what they need or to go start working on it now. It's not a replacement for therapy or medical treatment, though. This is purely educational. So if there is things that we need to get done, let's make sure to get that going and take care of that. This isn't going to be a replacement for those things. This is great. This could be educational, but it's not going to be everything we need it to be. I make it a point to give you guys actionable tools to find success in your life, and it's all evidence-based. It's not just random things. I'm not just throwing things at the wall to see if it sticks. It's all been researched in various ways, and it's all backed by research, which is why I'm giving it to you guys, because I know your lives are busy, and there's a lot going on, and there's a lot of people telling you what to do. So if I am giving you stuff, I want to make sure it works. So try it out, see how it goes, see if it is helpful. If so, let me know. I love to hear these things. If you do want to reach out in any way, there's a lot of ways to do that. The first way is through email. My email is tmahler@premierperformancereno.com. My last name is spelled Mahler. You can text or call me directly at 775-561-0056. The Instagram and the TikTok are both the same name, which is Premier_Performance_Reno. So follow us on there. That would be great to see you guys. And I have the Facebook page and the LinkedIn page, Premier Performance LLC, for both of those. Follow us on there as well. Today, we're going to go into life transitions and going through struggles in life and just kind of managing both of those areas because they're pretty common. They happen a lot and they can be pretty scary going through them. And we sometimes get into trouble because we don't really want to deal with them, or we just kind of float through them instead of navigating them purposely. So I'm going to give you guys some tools and some ways to navigate it and just give you some things to think about that hopefully help you navigate and get through the things in life that come up and help you deal with the struggles when they show up too. But first, let's jump into our brain activity. Our brain activity today is about goals. So what we want to do is we're going to pick 3 separate goals. With that, we're going to build on top of it to help you reach these goals and help yourself realize what you can do if you don't reach these goals, because both sides of this is kind of important. So the first goal you want to pick is 1 month from now. A little bit of a short-term goal, just something that you can do in like 4 or 5 weeks, something that you want to get done in that time frame, whatever it may be. The next goal we want to set is a goal 1 year from now. So a little further out, gives you some time to build up. Maybe it's something building on top of that goal that's 1 month from now. Maybe it's completely separate kind of goal. That's okay too. There's no real criteria you have to follow in terms of what goal you want to choose. It's just choosing something important to you and then following the time frame of it, because that's what we're going to do is we're going to build up to things. We don't want to just have long-term goals or just have short-term goals. We want to have both. So this is the practice of it. Then the third goal is going to be 5 years from now. And when you're setting these, all 3 of these goals, the 1 month, the 1 year, and the 5 years, I want you guys to choose something and set a goal that is hard enough that it is actually a 50-50 shot at success. Not lying to yourself that it's going to be hard and it's actually super easy, or that it's way too hard and you think you can do it. Honestly telling ourselves, is this a 50-50 shot I can do this? The power of that is if you are successful, it's going to feel really good. You're going to be hyped. It's going to feel awesome. And if we don't, if we struggle, then we get to deal with struggle and get to learn how to navigate failure and struggling and not reaching our goals and what to do about it then. Because both sides of this is going to happen in life. We're going to reach our goals, things are going to work out, things are going to click. We're also going to have times where things don't work out, where we fail, where we have issues, where we struggle. And getting used to both sides of this is going to help you. It's going to build you up. It's going to build up your resilience to deal with struggle. And it's going to also build up your belief and confidence in yourself to be able to do what you think you can do. So try and set those things up. Give it a shot, see what you think. If you like it, if it is helpful, and I know I'm not expecting you guys to wait 5 years to tell me if it's helpful, but especially with that first goal or just how it feels to have those goals set and just having almost a direction in your life that you're working towards, if you enjoy that, keep doing that. That means when you do this, if you're going through it and you hit that first month goal and it feels good, set another goal next month, and then the next month, and then the next month. And then if you hit that 1 year mark, awesome. If you hit that goal, great. Set another goal for the next year. And then you just keep going. You keep building on these things. And it will keep moving things forward. It'll keep helping you reach the goals you're looking for in your life. And it will help you reach that premier performance with what you're doing, kind of reach the success you're looking for. But again, we got to push ourselves. And when you fail, don't run from it. Embrace it. Don't stop making goals. Don't stop going towards these things. We just got to figure out what went wrong and what led to it failing. Give it a shot. Let me know what you think. See if it's helpful or not. Sometimes just sitting down and setting up a couple goals can seem simple, and it can do a lot at the same time. Jumping in, what is a life transition? A life transition refers to a significant change or shift in an individual's life affecting their personal, professional, or social circumstances. These transitions can be internal, like a shift in a personal role, or external, like moving to a new city or graduating from college. So this could be like changing positions in your job. This could be changing your role within a family or the home. This could be changing friendships. This could be moving to a new city, like we said. It could be changing jobs. It could be kind of anything that's invoking like a general idea of change in our life. This isn't like I just changed my shirt or I changed my music. This is more like those bigger changes where it's like you can't really notice this not being around. Not all the time, but in some ways, some of the day. So transitions are kind of big. They are significant changes or shifts, and they can be both internal, how we feel about ourselves, things that we're dealing with, things we got going on personally, or external, things that we're doing in our environment and situations and with the people in our lives. It's important to know how to manage these things because change will happen, whether you like it or not. It's inevitable. No matter what we do, we will have to navigate change at some point. It's going to show up for you. You can try and avoid it with all of your might every day of your life. And I have actually had clients that do that. And I'll break the news to you guys, it doesn't work. You're never going to be able to do it. You have to face change. You have to get comfortable with it because it's going to happen. And whether you like it or not, it's going to show up in your life, even if it's not there right now. You can put on any news channel any day and see people complaining about change. We all hate change. We don't like change. And I understand that because that's how our brain works. Our brain is very routine and habit based. It likes knowing what's coming next. It likes knowing what we're going to do. So to change things up, it's going to throw our brain into a tizzy because it doesn't know what's coming next. And that freaks it out. That's why it tells us not to do it. That's why when we're getting ready to make the change that we've been ready to make and excited to make, once it shows up, we all of a sudden want to back off and not do it and not pull the trigger. So we got to help ourselves push towards that change, help ourselves get into it because your brain will adapt. It will get used to the new routines, the new habits, and it will actually enjoy it because the change is probably going to be good for you unless you're doing something really impulsive and reactive. So check in on that too. But let's push ourselves towards this stuff and let's help ourselves do it. Because if you don't help yourself come out on top and really just like own this and embrace it, it can drown you. You can get lost in it and it can sink you over and over again like waves hitting you. This is why flexibility is a huge piece of success in life, career, or anywhere else in your life. Because with that flexibility, it helps you adapt to the changes that are going to naturally happen, whether it's other people inputting changes, or whether it's you putting a change in your life to help yourself reach another level or reach a goal that you haven't set for yourself before. So we got to push towards it. We got to own that change. We got to embrace that change, not fear that change, and help ourselves deal with it, navigate it successfully, and get through the bumps when they show up, because they will. And when you come out of it the other side, almost always will you be glad you did it, because you'll gain something from it, whether it's confidence in yourself, a new perspective of what you've been through or where you're at or where you're headed, or just things feeling better. So don't be afraid of change. Change is where life is. That's where life lives, is change. Everything's changing all of the time. So let's go towards that. Let's not fear it. If we fear it, it's going to hold us back in life, and it's not going to help you guys reach that peak performance. We got to push towards it. And you'll see this with the top performers in life in general, whether it's at your career, whether it's in a sport, whether it's a musician, whatever it is. The ones that are most successful are the ones that are most adept at making changes and being flexible in life, because life's going to throw stuff at us. If we are dealing with some struggles to navigate those life transitions, there is a lot of things we can do to help manage it and help get through it. Navigating life transitions requires a combination of practical planning, emotional support, and a growth mindset. There are a lot of different strategies you can use, and there's different aspects of these strategies you can focus on. They're going to kind of be more so set up for what you're looking for. Not all of them are going to be as helpful as others. Some are going to be super helpful to you. Some are going to be super helpful to other people. It's just like, what kind of thing do we need to get through this time? And every situation is different. The first thing you can do is acknowledging your feelings. Life transitions can be emotionally challenging. So it's important to allow yourself to feel whatever emotions arise, whether it's grief, anxiety, or excitement. I want to focus on that grief for a second, because we often think of grief as just connected to the loss of a person, because that's usually how we talk about it. But grief is just a loss of something that had importance to us. It could be a place, it could be a time of our life, it could be a job, it could be a situation, it could be a person, it could be a relationship, it could be kind of anything. You're just grieving the loss of something. So that's going to naturally show up when life transitions, because we're going to lose something because something is changing. So something will go away. So we got to feel those things. If we shove them down, if we ignore them, we don't know what our body's saying to us, going back to that emotion episode. So we don't know how to take care of our needs. We don't know how to manage these problems. And it usually is going to lead to more problems. So we have to be aware of what's going on. We have to feel the things. And if you try and hold it all back, if you try and shove it down and turn it off, suppress it, all you do is create numbness, and numbness ends up spreading everywhere, because we can't selectively numb. Like, you can't just numb the grief and anxiety and only feel the excitement. You're going to numb all of it. So it's either feel all of it or feel none of it. And I know some people are thinking that feeling none of it might be better, but it's not in the long run. I know stuff right now might be intense, and that's okay. We can manage the intense stuff and make it feel a little more manageable. But if we numb everything, you lose the joy of life too. And it's going to be really hard to build a life worth living if you're stuck doing that. It's going to be really hard to build that premier performance and reach these top levels you want to reach in your life if you're not letting yourself feel what comes with them. Not to mention, when you're reaching these goals and having this success, you're not going to be able to enjoy it, because you're going to be too caught up not really feeling anything or thinking about what's next. So let's let ourselves feel what we are feeling. Let it come up. Let ourselves feel it. If we got to journal through it, let's journal. If we got to talk to someone about it, let's talk to someone about it. If we just got to feel it and have a moment where we're just sitting there feeling it, then let's just do that. There's no right way to do it, but we got to acknowledge those feelings. Don't run from them. They're not enemies. They're not scary things. They're just your body talking to you. Sometimes our body just has some truths to tell us that we don't want to hear. Another thing we can do is build a support system. We can connect with friends, families, or support groups to share our feelings, seek guidance, and receive encouragement. So this could be reconnecting with people. This could be reaching out to people we haven't talked to in a while. It could be leaning on people we already have. It could be seeking out a specific support group that's dealing with this. That's why there are a lot of different support groups out there. Like, if you're moving to a new city, you could look if there's a support group for just newcomers to the city, where you guys can all hang out and talk and share new things that are happening and share things that you learn about the city, and just kind of have this community growth. It's also a great place to share those feelings that you are acknowledging. Sometimes we need to talk to someone about it and we don't know who to talk to. So those support groups can be nice, but that's also where we can lean on friends and family, lean on trusted people that feel safe for us to reveal some of these feelings to, and just feel like they're not going to judge us or reject us in any way. They're going to just kind of hear us out, accept us, and acknowledge us and sit in it with us. Getting that guidance can be really helpful too. This could be talking to people that have been through it before. It could be asking people just what they think. Sometimes people, when they're not in a situation, can help out a whole lot more than we think. This is some of the power of a therapist. Therapists are trained, so they have a lot of tools to use. But a big part of it's just like it's a third party that's not connected to the situation that can give you an unbiased view. And that can be really valuable. And sometimes that's all people really want to get from a therapist too. So don't be afraid of getting that guidance and just getting a little bit of direction of where to go with this and how to navigate it. Getting some encouragement is super important too, because life transitions can be very long running sometimes. Sometimes they take time. Sometimes they're not like a quick week or two. Sometimes it's months. Sometimes it's even years. So we need that encouragement to keep going. We're going to get tired at points. It's really hard to stay motivated and keep working and doing the things good for us on a long period of time. Sometimes we need someone to help us keep going and help push us. I mean, we need encouragement just in the gym doing a little hour workout. Think about what it would be if we're trying to make a transition over a year. We're going to need somebody help and push us as we go through the hard spots and get stuck in the swamp sometimes. So don't be afraid to reach out and be vulnerable, connect with people, and get the support and help you need. It does not make you weak. It doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you. It's really hard to do things in our life by ourselves. We need people to lean on. Even if it's just a couple people, we need people. We can't do it by ourselves. Another thing we can do is practicing self-care. If we prioritize our physical and mental well-being through healthy habits like exercise, balanced nutrition, adequate sleep, mindfulness practices, daily living habits such as journaling, connecting with friends, engaging in hobbies, all these kind of things that build us up, like we talked about in that self-care episode, it's going to help us handle this stuff better and more effectively. This is our armor to deal with threats, deal with problems, deal with issues. So build up that self-care, keep that going. That's going to be a great structure for you to lean on. And especially if we're trying to launch into a new area of our life, we're going to have a good foundation to launch off of. And this self-care is your foundation. This is the thing to launch from. So build that up. Give yourself something to stand on. And when it falls off, because it will fall off, I promise, you just got to look at it, see what fell off, put it back to where we need it, and then get back to work again. It's not an issue of failure or success. This is an issue of consistency and practice. You just want to keep going with it. And we've shown this and talked about this in the past with research that these things work, but they only work if we're consistently doing them. So don't do them once or twice. Don't do them for a month while it's really hard and then stop. Just keep doing them. Build them into your daily routine. It's going to help you in the long run in every aspect of your life. There's not much you can do more than practicing self-care that's going to give you the benefit like that. So do that first. That's always a big part. Another thing is developing coping mechanisms. We can learn strategies for managing stress and anxiety, such as like I was talking about with journaling or meditation or engaging in hobbies. Those are great coping mechanisms because they can help in the moment as like distractions or help us release things and help us manage feelings that are coming up. This is also a great place for the distress tolerance skills that we have talked about in the past. We have a whole episode about those. So if you want to go back and check that out, there's some good ones in there like tip or accepts or improve. Just doing these things to kind of pull ourselves through it and build ourselves up so we can manage whatever is going on. These tools are research based. They work. We just got to use them and we got to find the right way for them to click into our life. So use those coping mechanisms. We're going to need to cope with stuff. There's going to be hard moments that come up and we're going to have to help ourselves through them. We don't want to pull ourselves through them. We want to help ourselves through them. So don't just white knuckle it. Don't just push through. Use something to make it easier. We don't have to have it hard all the time. It can just be easy and it can just work out for us sometimes. After that, a great thing to do is creating a transition action plan. Break down the transition into manageable steps. Set realistic goals and celebrate small victories. We want to break it down into manageable steps because if we break things down, no matter how big the thing is, we can handle it if it's small enough. We got to break it down, chunk it down to these really small things and just knock them off the list and check them off one by one. It's going to feel really good. We can set those realistic goals with it too. We got to be honest with ourselves of what we can do and what we can't. This involves pushing ourselves a little bit, but not pushing ourselves too much. If we are making goals that there's just no way of us accomplishing it, it's going to just beat you up and it's going to make it feel like failure and you're going to give up on the action in general. It's got to be realistic where you can try and get it done, but we also don't want to have it too short-sighted that you're not really reaching for anything. You're kind of staying in your comfort zone the whole time. We got to get slightly outside that comfort zone, slowly grow it, just not go so far that we end up pushing ourselves past the point of breaking. And then when things work out, celebrate them. We so often just move past victories and move past things working out and just take it with us and keep going that we don't actually stop and give ourselves credit for reaching them. These victories aren't coming out of nowhere. You're not just getting lucky, you're earning them, you're putting the work in, and you deserve to feel proud about the work you're doing and to celebrate it. Life is about having fun and enjoying yourself and living a life that you find worth living. And to do that, we're going to have to enjoy what we're doing, especially if we're working through struggle and working through change. It's hard. So we got to take time to celebrate. We need to have some fun. Don't get just caught up in the work and the grind. We got to pull out and sometimes just enjoy life a little bit. With life transitions comes a lot of growth and a lot of opportunity. So we want to embrace these things. View these things as opportunities for personal growth and development. Look at them as challenges. Be open to the new possibilities. Don't look at them as threats. Don't look at it as something that's going to break you down or how you're going to lose something, all this kind of stuff. Look at what you're going to gain. Look for those silver linings in it. You will get stuff from growth. You will get stuff from change. It's going to happen. You just got to put yourself in the spot to embrace it and see what comes your way. If you're looking at everything in a very pessimistic lens, it's going to be really hard to build this stuff up, and it's going to cause some issues and problems for you, and it's going to be a drag the whole time you're going through it. But if you can look at it as that growth and opportunity and that challenge mindset, as things show up, as struggles and issues show up, you're going to be excited to deal with them. And I know that sounds silly, and it won't be the first thing, but as you get going, as you get the momentum moving, it will start to be like a, heck yeah, I'm excited to do this. Because you're going to find yourself growing from all of these things. Then eventually you're going to get really excited about the growth and want more of it. And you're going to keep pushing yourself. It's like hitting a new PR in the gym. You're going to want to go back and do more. It's going to just feel good. So embrace it. Look at that growth. Look at the opportunities for development and success and see what it could open you up to, and just be open to how it can go. We don't know where life's going to take us. Let's just be open to it and push ourselves towards a direction that we think is going to work best for us. Maintain our routines. Establishing routines can provide a sense of consistency and stability during times of change. This can be a big part of the self-care. You can build a whole routine of self-care. And it's not just self-care. You could do other stuff too. But having something you can lean on is going to help us when everything else feels like it's changing. Give yourself foundation to stand on. Give yourself something stabilizing so that you feel the ground's under your feet and you feel safe and you feel okay. And it's going to give you the ability to launch into the unknown and go do the stuff, go change the things, go reach those goals. So find a routine that works for you. Find a routine that you like to lean on that actually feels good for you. That's going to be awesome. And if we get a bunch of self-care aspects involved in that, it's going to really build you up and create a feeling of like invincibility almost, that you can handle anything. So build yourself up, put yourself in that spot, give yourself those routines and habits, because again, that brain loves routines and habits. So we can kind of give it that benefit of, I'm going to take this routine and habit away of going through this life transition, but I'm going to give you this thing that's going to be my routine and habit now, and you can lean and trust on this and know what's coming with this piece of it. So give our brain something to feel satisfied with and to kind of give it that comfort so it can relax and let us get back into it and get back to the work that we're trying to get done. Practice self-compassion. We have to be kind and understanding towards ourselves, especially during difficult times. When you're going through life transitions, it's going to be hard at some point. It's going to. I don't know of anyone that's gone through a life transition where literally 0% of it was hard. Something's going to happen. That's normal. We just got to give ourselves space and grace to get through it and to handle it and to manage it and to feel okay going through it, even if we don't solve it all. We have to keep in mind life transitions take time. They're not quick usually. Sometimes they are, but usually they aren't. And they are scary because there's a lot of uncertainty. And we prefer the pain that we know than the possibility of pain from the unknown. So we will actively avoid that pain of the uncertainty and go towards what we know, even if we know it's going to break us down. This is kind of the core of self-sabotage. People just beat themselves up and feel guilty, like, oh, I'm just self-sabotaging, destroying my life, beating myself up about stuff. In reality, what they're doing is they're trying to face uncertainty, and their body is so scared that it's going back to the things it knows because it's comfortable there. It knows those things. It knows that danger. And then we beat ourselves up for that, when really we need to give ourselves compassion that our body's trying as hard as it can, and it's just scared right now, and I just got to give it some room to just feel what it's feeling. And then we push towards the change, and then we keep going, because we don't want to live in these old things. We want to move towards the change. The change is good. We just got to have that self-compassion and understanding with ourselves that it's going to be hard, and that's okay, and some of it might suck, and that's okay. And on top of all of that, it's going to take time, so we got to be patient. And I know a lot of you guys don't want to be patient, and I feel you too. I'm the same way. Patience isn't fun, but it is a virtue. It is a good thing to have, because anything worthwhile takes time. They didn't build Rome in a day, but they did lay bricks every day. Sometimes we just got to show up and lay a brick and do the best we can and accept that's good enough, and then keep showing up the next day and the next day and the next day. And before we know it, Rome is built, we've reached our goals, we've done the thing, and we can sit back and really enjoy it before we get back to work again. On top of it, we want to focus on values-based decision making. Align your decisions with your values and beliefs to ensure that you're making choices that are meaningful to you. This goes back to our relationship episode. Let's not lead our life based on what someone else wants us to do. Let's lead our life based on what we want to do. So check in with your values, what's important to you, what you find valuable to you, and your beliefs of how to live life, what works best, what you want to do with your life, and make sure that your choices are aligning with those things and it's meaningful to you as you're doing it. Because when we're going through life transitions and change, it might be with other people, but you're the one going through it as well, and we got to focus on what you're going to get out of it and not keep our focus completely on the other person or the other people, because that's going to cause you to get lost in the whole situation too, and that's going to lead to probably regret and guilt and pain and probably some fights, if we're being honest. So check in on that values-based decision making and make sure that we're making decisions that work for you and what you're looking to get out of life. Don't be afraid to dive into that, and don't be afraid to be vulnerable with that to the people in your life you're doing these things with. We got to chase a life that works for you, not what works for someone else. And if that does lead to some changes or some adjustments or even some negotiation of trying to figure out how to do that, we can do that. That's not bad. That happens with transitions. Sometimes we got to go through that. We just don't want to put ourselves on the shelf and say whatever they want to do is totally fine. Find ourselves doing all these things, and like 2 years later, you're just totally, absolutely miserable. That's not going to be good for anybody. So let's make sure these things are going to align with us as we're going through them. Give them some thought, see where you're at, see what you need. And lastly, with all this, we got to seek professional help when it's needed. Sometimes this stuff just really gets on top of us and it feels like we're drowning. If it does, go get what you need. It's okay. Don't hesitate to reach out to a therapist or a counselor for guidance and support, especially if we're just struggling to cope. If things just feel overwhelming, we have no idea where to go, we don't know how to manage this stuff, and it's just beating you up. Go get what you need to get through this. We don't have to white knuckle it. It doesn't have to be crazy hard all the time. We can make it easier, and you can get what you need to make it easier. You just got to put yourself in the spot to get it. Because as nice as it would be for people to just show up and give us what we need, it doesn't happen. We have to go get what we need. We have to go want it. We have to go ask for it. So keep in mind what you need, and keep in mind when you hit a point of, I can't do this by myself anymore. I got to go do something else. There is option out there. There are help out there. We need to get it and use it and take advantage of it, because you have no idea how helpful this stuff can be until you actually use it and try it out. And if finding any of these people or resources feel like it's not working out, please go try something else. I say this because there's a lot of people that when they run into obstacles trying to get stuff set up, or they find not the right fit, they'll just bail and they'll hide from this stuff for years after. And I get it. It hurts going through that process, and it's not fun, especially if it doesn't go well. But once you find the right fit, it's going to change things in your life in a really amazing way. So don't be afraid to go through the things till you find the right fit. It's kind of like going to the mall to try on a new shirt, and just the first shirt you tried on just didn't fit, and you decide to leave the mall and just not buy a shirt. Just keep trying things on. Keep going. You might be surprised at how close you are to finding exactly what you need. Moving past that, kind of going into sensations around life transitions, like being comfortable and being uncomfortable, and going through the aspects of things that lead to us reaching our goals. One of my favorite quotes that I really want to put out there is, be comfortable being uncomfortable. That's just how we want to live our life. And this isn't saying like literally make yourself uncomfortable all the time. It's just we want to get comfortable sitting in that discomfort, because that discomfort is where growth happens. That's where we're pushing ourselves. So we have to get comfortable living in that zone because that's where it's going to help us reach our goals. That's going to help us become bigger than we are now. It's going to help us reach a point we never thought we could. It's uncomfortable reaching for success. It's uncomfortable trying to put ourselves in a spot most other people can't reach. But that's why not everybody does it. And this is why I want to give you guys these tips and push you guys and urge you guys to go after these things because you can get it. Greatness is not something reserved for just a few people. Each and every one of you can go be great. The issue is holding yourself to what you need to hold yourself to get there. If you do that, if you put the work in and you hold yourselves to it consistently and have patience, you can be great. You can reach the greatness you're looking for. But there's no substitute or shortcut to the hard work, the effort, and the time. And a lot of people are looking for shortcuts every day. They don't work. They lead to more problems later. You have to do the work. You have to get dirty. And when you come out of it, you're going to feel like it was all worthwhile. And I know it sucks to start, but you got to trust the process. I'm not just telling you guys this just to tell you guys this. I wouldn't tell you guys things to watch you run into a wall. That's messed up. I'm telling you guys things because I know it works and I know you can all do it and I want you to do it. So put yourself out there, see where it takes you. It's going to give you some really cool things and I think you guys are going to be really surprised at what you can actually do. When we step outside our comfort zones, it's important because it encourages that personal growth. It helps us reach levels we didn't think we could. We have to get outside of it. Be aware of where your comfort zone is. If you're not sure where it is, let's play around with the edges of it and see where that line is, where the line from comfort changes to discomfort. And then just slowly push on it, slowly grow it. We can grow that comfort zone to some pretty incredible places. We just want to keep growing that, keep pushing that, keep stepping outside of it. If something scares you, sometimes it's a good thing to go do. Of course, if it's dangerous, let's be very mindful of that. Let's not just go do reckless, dangerous things just for fun. I'm talking about things that scare us because we're worried about how it might go. Worried about judgment, worried about rejection, worried about failure. Put yourself in these spots to try it out and don't be afraid of failure. Failure is a part of the process. We need to have failure happen. I've failed so many times. I can't even count. So don't be afraid of that failure. It's not going to break you. You can handle it and you will grow from it if you let yourself embrace it. It can also enhance our creativity because once we're stepping outside that comfort zone and we are facing some failures, we're facing some issues, we're facing struggles, you get creative solving them because you don't really have a choice. Your mind kind of goes into this mode of, you know what, let's figure this out. So you can enhance that creativity. You can build up things. You can learn new strategies. You can help yourself reach points you never thought you could. And it's going to help you take things with you into your career, your personal life, or otherwise, maybe even relationships. That is going to be helpful towards success and working things out in ways that you didn't think would really overlap. That's why we want to do this stuff because it does kind of bleed in everywhere in our life. It's not just one aspect. And this is why I talk about all these aspects of life because it's not just about your career or your athletics or anything else. It's about you as a person, you as an individual. Getting comfortable outside that comfort zone also builds resilience. It helps us manage difficulties because we're getting used to dealing with difficulties. We are very adaptable. That's our superpowers, working together with other people and being adaptable. We live in pretty much every environment you could possibly imagine here on Earth. We can handle kind of anything as long as we put ourselves in a spot to adjust and adapt to it and give ourselves the time to do it. So don't be afraid to let yourself adapt. If you want to get good at public speaking, go public speak. It's going to be hard. You're going to hate it at first. But the more you do it, the easier it'll get because your body will adapt. You will learn things. You'll get creative. You'll figure things out and you'll figure out how to get through it. And that's kind of the next thing that it talks about as well is it's going to improve our decision making. Because as we get outside that comfort zone and we're not letting our life be led by fear, you realize that we can actually start making decisions that are more value-based and more focused on what we're looking for as a person instead of being led by just that thing scares me. We don't know how many things that are in our life leading us by fear until you actually get outside of that fear and look back at it. And I've had a lot of those conversations with clients. Those are some of my favorite conversations where we look back at things that used to terrify us and just kind of laugh together about how little and silly it seems now. You have no idea how often fear plays a role in our life. And the only way to really see it is to pull ourselves out of it and see it from a higher angle. So pull yourself through these things, put yourself outside that comfort zone, and it's going to build things up for you in really awesome ways. Going outside that comfort zone allows us to learn new things. That's where it all is. Learning new things is all outside our comfort zone because we don't know it yet. It's not comfortable. It also adapts to changing situations, such as life transitions. That's why this is so important. We have to let ourselves embrace it. Develop new skills with that creativity, that improving decision making, and ultimately leading to a more fulfilling and adaptable life. Sometimes the cave we fear to enter holds the very treasure we're looking for. Don't be afraid to go into that cave. Trust yourself, you can handle it. Trust yourself to put yourself in that spot and see what happens. You might really love it. You might be really happy you did. And we never know when making a decision in your life and putting yourself in a new spot might change the rest of your life and might put you on a path that's leading to all the success you could ever want. When we face struggle or challenge, it usually means we're going outside of our comfort zone in some way. This happens naturally with life transitions because this is what we're doing. We're going out of that comfort zone, we're doing new things, and it's going to come with struggle and challenge. That's why I say it's going to show up. So don't be afraid of it. We got to face it, we got to deal with it, and we got to keep going with it. We can't get stuck, we can't stop, we can't run and hide. It's not going to work, and it will haunt you, and you will keep thinking about it for years and years and years. It doesn't go away. We need to grow our comfort zone. Living in safety causes us to will. I know comfort and safety is nice. It feels good. It does. But if we only do things that feel good all day long, it does not lead to a good life. It doesn't. We sometimes do this due to a tendency to control because we think control equals safety. That if I can control what's happening, it's within my grasp, I am comfortable with it, there's safety around it, I feel like I can handle it all. It's not true. And you don't actually have that control. It's an illusion. There's so much in life we don't have control over. We actually have little control over things. What we do have control over is ourselves and how we're putting ourselves out there. We can't really control the environment or the situation or what's going on. All we can do is all we can control is how we react to these things and how we deal with it and what we do next. So control what you can control, which is yourself in this situation. And don't get stuck thinking that trying to control everything's actually going to help because it's going to suffocate your whole life and everything will die off. It's not going to work well. And I've had clients like that too that literally can't leave their house to go to the grocery store. It does just keep growing in terms of that like wilting and just dying off. It just starts infecting more and more areas of our life and our comfort zone almost like shrinks. So we got to keep growing that comfort zone. We got to keep building it up and reaching outside of it. We want to have the whole world in our comfort zone if we could. So try and just build things and branch things out from that and push yourself to challenge with this stuff because that's going to build that comfort zone. That's why at the top, when we're talking about the brain activity, that we're talking about things that you have a 50-50 shot of failure because that's going outside your comfort zone. We want to go outside that comfort zone because it's going to help you out. It's going to lead to good things. We can't be afraid to grow. Sometimes we get scared of what it's going to look like or what we're going to leave behind or, how others may not see us the same or anything else that might pop up. But we can't be afraid of it. Don't fear that growth. Go towards it. We want to embrace growth. We want to grow through what we go through. And there's going to be silver linings and struggles. There always is. There's always something you can gain from it, even if it's bad. So help yourself look into the silver linings and find what I can pull from this to keep building myself up and keep moving with everything. If you just look at the struggle as this sucks, this is terrible, this is a threat, it's going to break you down. Look at it as a challenge. What can you gain from this? What is it going to help you learn? What is it going to help you adapt to? What is it going to help you get comfortable with? Don't be afraid of struggle. Don't be afraid of discomfort. Push yourself into it and see what happens. We cannot be 100% safe in life. It's just not going to happen. There's no way to be 100% safe. Life is inherently dangerous. Life is risk, and we have to live it. If you don't live life, you're going to get stuck watching it pass you by, and before you know it, you'll be laying on that deathbed asking yourself, where did it all go, and you missed out. We don't want regret. We don't want to sit there feeling like things passed us by that we wanted to do that we never did, looking back on it, feeling like we never can. We have kind of unlimited options of things that we can do in this lifetime. If there are things you want to do, push yourself to go do them. There's no better time to start than now. Even if you don't know how to actually get to it, just start on step one. It could just be looking up how to do it, whatever it is. But don't be afraid to chase your dreams, to chase your goals. You're never going to reach that premier performance unless you're willing to chase your dreams, chase those goals. Don't be afraid of reaching a spot in your life you never thought you could. Sometimes the biggest limitation in our life that we face is ourselves. Don't let yourself get in the way. At the same time, we don't want to be reckless. We don't want to put ourselves out of safety so far and out of comfort so far that we actually get hurt or something terrible happens. So be honest with yourself of what this pushing looks like. Let yourself push outside that comfort zone, but just don't take it too far. If you do have a point you want to get to that's really far out there, that's fine. Just take small steps to get there. Let's just do it safely. Let's do it comfortably in a way that's going to help you reach those opportunities when they are showing up, instead of pushing yourself breaking down through those opportunities when they show up. Because opportunities in your life are going to show up no matter who you are. They're going to happen. It's just about, are we going to be ready for those opportunities and prepared for them when we're there? Or are we going to be falling apart and running from them? So set yourself up now, build yourself up now. You never know when an opportunity is going to present itself, and we want to jump on it when it's there, because you never know when you're going to get another one. We got to go through pain, and when we go through pain, when we come out of it, we can feel the reward sometimes. And this isn't just like physically hurting ourselves. This is like pain of struggle, like going on a long run or taking an ice bath, these kind of things. This stuff can really build us up. It helps us with the chemical dopamine. Dopamine is the chemical in our brain that helps motivate us towards pleasure, such as that ice cream was really good. I want more of that, right? It's kind of motivating us to go get it. Serotonin, on the other hand, is more of the, I just feel good, everything's nice, I'm laying on a hammock on the beach, life is good, I don't need to do anything. Life is perfect just as it is. So serotonin is more the, everything's good, don't change anything. Dopamine is, that thing's awesome, I want more of it. So if we go through pain, and it's the right kind of pain, it's something like a struggle that's a little bit outside that comfort zone, like we've been talking about, when you come back from it, when you stop doing it, you're going to feel really good. You're going to feel excited about it. Maybe not during it. During it, it's going to probably be a little bit of a struggle. It's going to probably suck. But once you're done with it, you're going to feel that like accomplishment feeling of, I just did that. So chase pain, chase struggle, chase these things in your life. They're going to lead to good things. They're going to lead to rewards. Don't be afraid to push yourself. There's a great video by Andrew Huberman on this. If you just type in on YouTube, Andrew Huberman and dopamine, there's a great 9-minute video on all of this where he really goes into the science and the details of how to do this and why we do this. Because living a great life is just kind of building up different things that give us pleasure and things that feel rewarding in our life. And we get so caught up with the little instant hits of pleasure of watching a movie or scrolling on our phone or eating fast food, that we miss out on the really big hits of putting the work and the effort in and getting things out of it on the long run. So don't be afraid to put yourself out there and see what it grows into. Go chase the struggle, chase the transitions, chase the growth. And it's going to lead to really awesome things. And you're going to be really amazed at what you find. Another thing we got to talk about and check in on is controlling the controllables. We get caught putting energy into things we cannot control, and it often makes things worse because we're spending all of our time and energy doing something that's going nowhere. So we get more frustrated, more pissed off, anxiety, frustration, all these kind of things. So we have to get ourselves to control what we can control. And we got to be honest, asking ourselves, is there anything I can do about this thing? And if the answer is no, we got to focus back on what we can control. Focus on our part, focus on what we can do, and trust that others can handle theirs. Often we think the best thing we can do is to control what everyone else is doing, and it actually just suffocates everything. Don't be scared to trust others, and it could be really hard. And if you have trust issues from the past, deal with those things. Go face it. That might be a trauma response that you might need to handle. And you can get this stuff gone. These are not things you're just destined to live with. We can change a lot of stuff if you're willing to put the work in. You just got to be willing to do it and know what you want to change. Oftentimes, the thing that we can control is ourselves and what we can do, like what we're doing in the situation. We can't really control much of the environment. We can control some things, but not a whole lot. Some situations we can't really do a whole lot with, especially when the situations deal with other people. So control what you can control. Control how you communicate, control how you're taking care of yourself, how you're navigating the problem, how you're handling the situation. Control what is in your hands and let everything else just do what it's going to do. And you're going to feel a peace wash over you because you're not trying to control the whole world and do everything all at once. It's exhausting, it's overwhelming, and it's too much. At first, it will be really hard, But in time, it will get easier. You will start to click if this is just what we do, because you'll feel the results of it, you'll feel the rewards of it, and you will enjoy it. You will want to do more of it. This will keep our plate light enough to be flexible, which is also going to help us to innovate, to grow, and to perform without everything weighing you down. You're going to be more successful if you have that flexibility and just agility to navigate, whether it's the workplace, your career, a relationship, home improvement project, whatever it is. You have to have that agility. We have to be able to move. If we don't, if we get too rigid, if we get too bogged down, you're not going to have time to innovate. You're not going to have time to grow, and you're not going to perform at the level you want. And then you're going to beat yourself up about all of those. So give yourself that room, take some stuff off your plate, do what you can do, and let others do what they can do, and work on that trust if that's an issue for you, because we got to trust people to do their thing. We can't do it all by ourselves. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. So we got to go together. We got to make this stuff last. We don't want to just have a quick viral moment and disappear. We want to turn this into a lasting, long thing. When we do too much, we run into problems and our performance suffers. If we're trying to take on too much, there's going to be issues that keep popping up, things that arise that just feel like it's things stacking on top of each other, and you feel like you can't breathe. And on top of that, your performance will suffer. You'll start snapping at people. You'll be more on edge. You won't be thinking things through. You'll be making easy mistakes that you wouldn't have made before. And you will beat yourself up about every one of these, because if you have control like that, where you're trying to control everything and run everything, then you're going to beat yourself up too, because you're going to try and control your own behavior and actions and emotions as well. So it's going to just lead to this cycle of pain and suffering, and it's not going to really help. If you want to reach that premier performance, you have to have the right balance of things on your plate versus things on other people's plate. And sometimes we got to get stuff off our plate. I know it's not easy to trust, but sometimes we need to. When we are going through life transitions, when things are changing, when things are ending, or when things are beginning, we never know how it's going to help us in the future. These things can lead to really amazing things, even if they feel like they're not working out. Don't get down if your path didn't lead you where you wanted it to. If you had this idea of, I'm going to go to college, do this thing, and have it work out, and it didn't, that's okay. You never know how this is going to come back around. Sometimes we needed to go through that to get where we need to go. And I even had that experience myself. When I went to college, I got my degree in criminal justice because I thought I wanted to be a lawyer. I ended up working at a law firm shortly after I graduated and realized that I would actually hate this. It was like doing homework for a living, and it's not super bad, but the issue was it was like doing the same homework every day. And it was like, I can't do this. This is not what I need it to be. I need something a little more mentally stimulating. For me, I thought I just wasted my time. I was like, okay, I got that degree, and now I don't know what to do with it, and it's going to just be a waste of time. Little did I know, once I come and become a therapist as I am, that criminal justice degree actually helps a lot, because I got a lot of clients that are navigating that criminal justice system, and I can give them insight and talk through things with them in ways that most other people can't, because I have that knowledge. I never thought that was going to be helpful for me, but it came right back around, and it's working out very well, and it's actually a strength on my side that not a lot of other people have. So these things can come back in ways and really help us. We don't know. An investment in you is never a bad investment. So do the things that work for you. Trust the process. Trust what you want to do, and trust your gut. If your gut's telling you to do the thing, do the thing. Don't worry about how it's going to play out, because we don't know. We don't know the future. If any of you do know the future, please hit me up. I got some questions. I want to figure some stuff out. We got to trust what we think. We got to trust what we know. If you think you want to go do a thing, go do that thing. You don't know what it's going to lead you to. You don't know what opportunities it's going to open. You don't know what doors it's going to open to you. Go do these things. Go put yourself out there. And if it's not working, if it's not what you thought it would be, don't be afraid to change course and be flexible with what you do. The other side of this is some people will just force themselves into things because they took that path and said, well, I just got to stay on this path. It's never too late to change it up and change course and do something new. And it might be scary, because life transitions and change are scary. We talked about it. But we got to put ourselves through it. And we got to be flexible, because it's going to give you success. If you get rigid and say that I just got to do this thing just like this, it's going to come back to haunt you. Put yourself out there and be flexible. Don't run from struggle. It's a balance. We have to honestly reflect on it. We also don't want to pull out of something just because it's getting hard. We want to pull out if it's not going to be what we want it to be, if it's not going to work out for us. So just because we faced a moment that sucks or it's hard, don't look at that as, okay, I got to change course. I got to do something else. Sometimes that's not the answer. Sometimes we got to push through this thing and deal with this transition, deal with this struggle, and get through it. We don't want to bail too early. We don't want to stay in something too long either. It's finding that balance, and that's why we got to honestly reflect. And I know I keep bringing that up, but that's a really big piece of it, because if you're not honest with yourself, you're lying to yourself, you're lying to everyone else, you're never going to get better. You're going to get stuck because no one can help you, because the actual issue isn't being talked about. We have to be honest. We got to reflect on the actual truth of these things. Life is a long, winding path. We don't know where it's going. We don't know where we're going to end up. Don't worry too much about the outcome. Just keep it in mind. Keep it as a focus, but a light focus, and mainly focus on enjoying the journey and learning about yourself every step of the way. Because as you go through life, you're going to learn things constantly, and don't be afraid of that. We want to be a lifelong learners. We're constantly growing. We're constantly learning. We could have this conversation when we're 90. It's going to be the same thing. We want to keep moving. We want to keep going. And we don't want to be too caught up in trying to control what our life's going to look like. We just want to try and reach the goals we have set for ourselves and just slowly work through things one step at a time. Don't forget to have fun. It's important. And to reach flow in peak performance, we have to be enjoying what we're doing. Life is too hard, and there's too much chaos, and there's too much struggle, and there's too much heartache to not have fun and enjoy the trip, enjoy the journey. Don't forget about that part. We get so caught up just going day to day and trying to move through things that we forget sometimes about just having fun. So make time to have fun, whatever that looks like for you. Otherwise, why are we doing all this stuff anyways? To create a life worth living, we have to have fun. And to reach your premier performance, you're going to have to be enjoying yourself. If you're not, you're never going to reach it. You can't force yourself there. This is about finding this right spot. It's like this right recipe that makes everything perfect. Too much sugar, too much salt, too little sugar, too little salt, it's going to lead to problems. Same thing in our life. We have to push ourselves, but we have to find time to have fun and enjoy it and be comfortable too. We got to do both. Balance is huge. It's a big part of everything we do. With a lot of this stuff, recognition is the first step. If we don't realize something's happening, we can't really do anything about it. So reflect honestly with yourself, check in with yourself and see what you're doing, recognize what you're doing, recognize what you want to change, recognize what you want to strengthen, and that's going to help you find direction in your life and help you keep going. If you think anyone could benefit from this info, if you think anyone could gain something from this episode, feel free to share it with them. My goal with this is just to get it out there to as many people as we can, just so people can live a better life and, succeed in ways they never thought they could. So let's do that. Let's put this out there and make people aware of the options they do have and that they're not all alone in it. If you do think there's someone that could gain something from it and you think I could help out in some way, whether it's just like checking in or sending a couple resources their way or whatever else, let me know. I'm always willing to help you guys however I can. I'm here for you guys as a resource. You just got to feel free to reach out and let me know what I can do. If you did get anything beneficial from this, if you did find that this was helpful, please leave me a review too. Even if you think there's something I could do better, any feedback at all is awesome. It's helpful because I can build things up and make it better, which is my goal. And I also just like hearing what's working and what you guys are enjoying. That's always nice. I make it a point to give you guys actionable tools to find success in your life. So I want to know what's working and what's not, and let me know if it is, and let me know what's going well. I like hearing those success stories. And I also am totally open to those stories of struggle and just going through the pain. I'm willing to hear you guys out. I want to connect. So let me know and reach out and tell me what's going on. Whatever you have to share, it won't annoy me. It won't be unnecessary. Whatever it is, just send it. Don't think about it. Don't overthink on it. Just open up, be vulnerable, share these things. Let's see where it goes. If you do have anything to share, questions to ask, or you just want to reach out in some way, you can reach out through my email at tmahler@premierperformancereno.com. My last name is spelled Mahler. You can text or call me directly at 775-561-0056. We have the Instagram and the TikTok pages with the same name, Premier_Performance_Reno. And then the Facebook and the LinkedIn page, which are both the same name as well, Premier Performance LLC. So reach out, let me know how things are going. I'd love to hear from you guys in any way, whether it's making things better or just hearing about a story or learning about your life, whatever it is. And we're going to keep moving on with this stuff. Next week, we'll have another episode coming out. Next Sunday, it comes out every Sunday. And next week, we're going to be talking about parenting. It's a very heavy topic with a lot of things, and it might be slightly controversial because parenting always is. But I'm going to give you guys some good stuff, and hopefully it's helpful. And if there are things you disagree with on any of these episodes, please let me know. I want to hear it. Because you might have information or insight that I haven't heard of before. We're all learning all the time. So don't be afraid to reach out and let me know what you know. go do the best you can. Reach for that success. Don't be afraid of that premier performance. Go put yourself in a spot to reach it. Have fun while you're doing it. If there's anything you need, just say the word. Otherwise, go be the best you can be. And I will see you next week and we'll keep moving. Have a good one.